So we're getting close to 9 o'clock. I see, I hope I pronounce your name right, Danelle? Oh, and Sherry is watching. Good morning to you, Sherry. Good morning. We're going to daven this morning. We're going to do a short meditation. As you know, I'm in the process of moving this week, and it's a little bit crazy, so I'm not doing meditation this week or next week, but I will be doing Minyan every Thursday, and of course, every Friday we have our regular service. Anything of a religious nature, anything of a regularly scheduled religious service, of course, we do not cancel those under any circumstances. So, I guess it's 9 o'clock, close enough. So we're going to begin with putting the tallis on, being enveloped in God's love and in Torah and mitzvot. You know, just imagine that all of the mitzvot, all of the 613 mitzvot, in one way are implied in the donning of the Talit. And what we do, we envelop ourselves in Torah. We envelop ourselves in good deeds. We envelop ourselves in our love for God and our love for each other. And we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav lihitatef. But tzitzit. We place the talit over our shoulders. Now, it feels good to put a big tallis around you. If you don't have one at home, just allow me to do it for you here at the temple. So we continue with the tefillin shel yad. We place that on our left hand, on our left arm, by our heart. See if we can generate love and good feelings toward ourselves, toward each other. We go around the forearm 7 times. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahaniach tefillin. Then we partially go around our middle finger. We're going to be spelling out God's name, Shaddai, on our hand in a moment. And now, the tefillin shel rosh, the tefillin that we put on our forehead to remind us to think about God, think about each other, think about mitzvot, to direct ourselves to a life that is spiritual in nature, a life of service, a life of values, a life of mitzvot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mitzvat tefillin. Eristichli le'olam. Eristichli b'tzedek u'v'mishpat u'v'rachamim. Eristichli ve'emunah ve'yadat et Adonai. And you can see I've spelled Shaddai, God's name, on my hand. The Sheen, the Daled, and the Yud. Now, if you happen to have the Mishkan Tefillah, we turn to the Matovu. Well, actually, before we go to the Matovu, let's go to page 24. מודה אני לפניך מלך חי וקיים, שהחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה רבה אמונתך. I offer thanks to you, ever-living sovereign, that you have restored my soul to me in mercy. How great is your trust. You know, at night we entrust our souls to God, and in the morning we thank God for having returned our souls to us as we wake up. Page 30, Matovu. Matovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. My God, I thank you for my life, body, and soul. Help me to realize that I'm something new, someone who has never existed before, someone original and unique in the world. For if there had ever been someone like me, there would have been no need for me to exist. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei chol basar umafli la'asot. My God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God, and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher biyado nefesh kol chai, v'ruach kol basar ish. Page 36. Just try and get into the tune of this. We call it a nusach. It is a standard tune that you can daven the entire weekday service to this melody. You just fit the words in somehow. Page 36. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher natan lesech vivina lachachin ben yom uven laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam roka haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam hamechin metzadei gaveh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam hanoten la'ayef koach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam hama'avir sheina me'inai utnuma me'afa pai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam sha'asani b'tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam sha'asani ben chorin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam sha'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam ozer Yisrael bigvura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam oter Yisrael b'tifara. Boker Tov, Sharon. We continue with page the Pesukei de Zimra, page 50. Baruch sha'amar ve'haya ha'olam Baruch hu, Baruch hu. Baruch she'amar ve'haya ha'olam Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, Baruch Oseh Vereshit, Baruch Omer Ve'oseh, Baruch Gozer Umekayem, Baruch Merachem, Al Haaretz, Baruch Sha'amar Ve'haya Ha'olam, Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, Baruch Ata Adonai, Melech Mecholal Batish, Bachot. Boker Tov, Michelle. And now we go to page 55, Psalm 150. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah el bekodsho, hallelujah b'kirya uzo, hallelujah bigvuratav, hallelujah kerov gudlo, hallelujah, 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 bateka shofar, hallelujah, b'nevavel chinor, hallelujah, batofu machol, hallelujah, b'minim ve'ugav, hallelujah, 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 b'tziltzalei shama, hallelujah, b'tziltzalei truah, kol hanshama tehallelya, kol hanshama tehallelya, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Page 56. Yishtabach shimcha la'ad malkeinu, ha'el ha'melech ha'gadol ha'kadosh b'shamayim uva'aretz, ki lecha na'eh Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, shir shivcha halel v'zimra, oz ha'memshala, netzach gedula gevara, tehila v'tiferet kedusha malchot brachot, v'hodaot me'ata v'yad olam, Baruch ata Adonai, el melech gadol v'tishbaot, el ahodaot, Adonai niflaot, habocher b'shirei zimra melech el chei ha'olamim, yitgadal v'yitkadash shamei rabba, b'alma devrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, Bagola, Bagola, Uvis Mahan Karivi Maru Amen, Yehesh Me Rabba Mevorach, Leolam Ome Almaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yitbar Vitorman Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitala, Shmei de Kudishabrichu, Leolam in Kober Chata Veshirata, Tushbechata Venechemata, Dahamiran Bealma, Vaimaru, Amen. And Boker Tov, Charlize. Nice that you could join us. We rise for the Baruch Hu on page 58. Yai, lai, 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 Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Baruchu et Adonai ha-mevorach. Baruchu et Adonai ha-mevorach. Baruch Adonai ha-mevorach le'olam avaed. Baruch Adonai ha-mevorach le'olam vaed. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Boker Tov, Marlene. How nice to be able to daven with you. The sun will not light, will not be your light by day, nor the moon by night, but Adonai will be an everlasting light for you, and your God will be your glory. And on that day there will be neither bright light nor deep darkness. It will be one day known as Adonai's, neither day nor night, but at evening there will be light. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we might soon merit its radiance. Or chadash al Zion ta'ir v'nisker chulanu mehira le'oro. Baruch ata Adonai yotzer hameorot. And now V'har Erinenu, that great tune written by Shlomo Carlebach. Page 62, if you have a Mishkan Tefillah. And by the way, if you don't, let me know. I will get one to you. Call at the office, and I will set one aside, because I want you all to be able to daven at home. Page 62. V'ha'arereinu b'toratecha v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha v'yachet levavenu le'ahava ulera et shemecha v'lo nevosh v'lo nikalem v'lo nikashel le'olam va'ed ki v'shem kodshecha hagadol v'hanora batachnu nagila v'nismecha v'shua techa baruch ata Adonai abocher b'amo Yisrael be'ahava v'shma Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meotecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha Uvelechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam lo'od al yedecha v'hayu letotafot bein enecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'yihi sharecha lema'an tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'lohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lechem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 72. Mi chamocha be'elim Adonai, mi kamocha, nedar b'kodesh, norati lo, no sefele, norati lo, o sefele, shira chadasha, shibechu giulim, shimcha al sfat hayam, yachad kulam, hodu v'himlichu, ve'amru, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed sur Yisrael kuma v'ezrat Yisrael ufdeichinu mecha Yehuda v'Yisrael go aleinu Adonai tzvot shemo kedosh Yisrael Baruch atah Adonai gal Yisrael. And Stanislav, it's so nice that you could join us this morning. You davening at home with the rest of us. Very good. We rise for the tefillah on page 76. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imaot Umevi Guela Livnei V'Nehem Lema'an Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Meitim Atah Rav Lahoshiach Moshiva Ruach Umorid HaGashem Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed Mechayei Meitim Berachamim Rabim Zomech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Micha Mocha Baal Givurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechayei Umatzmiach Yeshua V'nemanata L'chachayot Meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei HaMeitim Nekadesh et Shimcha B'olam Kashem Shemakdishim Oto B'Shmei Marom Kakatuv al Yad Nevi'echa V'kara Ze'er Ze V'yamar Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzvaot Melech Ha'aretz Kevodo Lumatam Baruch Yomeru Baruch Kevod Adonai Nimkomo Udivrei Kochacha Katuv Leimor Yimloch Adonai Le'olam Eloha Yichzion Ledor Vador Hallelujah Ledor Vador Nagid Gad Lecha Ulanetzach Netzachim Kedushatcha Nakdish V'Shivacha Eloheinu Mipino Lo Yemush Le'olam Ve'ed Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. And now we spend the next few moments with our own silent prayers. We just share with God what's ever on our minds, what's ever in our hearts, our deepest feelings. And we go deep within ourselves, and we can feel a stirring, some yearning, or some sense of great peace. It could be either one. To ask God, to petition God, or to thank God. Whatever is in your hearts and on your minds this morning, just share with Ribbono Shel Olam. Say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'himeru, imeru, amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'imeru, amen. Page 586, the Aleinu, and we rise once more. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon al-kol, l'tet gudula yotzeh breshit, shelo asanu kagoyei haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kachol amonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'nehemar V'haya Adonai Lamelech Al Kol Haaretz Bayom Hahu Yeh Adonai Echad U'shamo And for those of you who are remembering loved ones who have passed away either recently or at the season in years past, we turn to the Kaddish on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma devarach hirotei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chaychon v'yomechon v'chayetech al Beit Yisrael, b'agala v'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam u'le'me'lamayah. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kutsha b'richu. Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata da'miran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mrumav, hu ya'asei shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oh boy. Now we go to Ein Keloheinu, and that can be found on page 626. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kamoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adonenu, Mich Emalkeinu, Mich Kamoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Emalkeinu, Nodel Emalkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Very good. Now, if you want to stick around for a little quick meditation, I've been thinking about something today. I'd like to share it with you. You know, things happen all the time. Things happen in your life. Things happen to you personally. Things happen out in society. Weather happens. Economy happens. Relationships happen. Health happens. Things are always in flux. And it's kind of like an ocean. You know, there is a rising and a falling of the tides, of the waves, and you know, you have a choice. You have a choice to be battered and by all these external things that, you know, you in most cases you don't have a lot of control over. You can be battered, you can be lifted and dropped by the economy, by pandemics, by just a myriad of things. Or you can choose to be calm. You can choose to stay in a, what can I say, a stable, calm situation. To be able to respond to whatever is happening in your life with a certain objectivity, a calmness, and a reasonableness, and not to let your emotions get the best of you. Now, I'm all for emotions. Believe me, I love and sometimes it's fun to get all excited about something. That's fine sometimes, but mostly we want our lives to be guided by a certain stability. That's why there are some of us who are on a spiritual quest. We like God in our lives. We like to meditate and to pray, so we can remain strong, clear, and reasonable in our lives. So, what I thought we would do this morning is to meditate on that whole idea of being calm no matter what. This is music, and it's called A Calm Heart. We are going to meditate on having a calm heart this morning. Find yourself in a comfortable position sitting, or if you have to lie down, that's fine too. Put your feet flat on the floor. Allow your hands to rest peacefully in your laps or on the arms of your chair or your couch, if you happen to be sitting on such a thing. Put your chin perpendicular to your spine. Sit up straight and allow your eyes to close. I'm just going to turn this off. This will be better. And I'm going to ring the bell. And as the sound of the bell fades away, allow yourself the freedom, the blessing of experiencing a meditative state. Just observe what's happening in your body. It's a good way to begin any meditation, just to check in with your body. to check in with the immediate physical environment around you. Sounds and sensations that you are experiencing. And then to bring the focus a little nearer to your inner life, and that would be with your breathing. Just observe your breathing. Imagine that you are on a large ship in the middle of the ocean. Imagine that the seas are calm. The sun is rippling as it reflects, as the sea reflects the light of the sun. Little waves that don't bother you much. But as the day goes on, sometimes the waves get bigger and the ship's bow rises a little and then it falls a little. But the ship continues on its journey, no matter what, whether the waves are small or big, even in a storm, the ship continues on its way. And you feel safe and warm and balanced, no matter what. You certainly appreciate the calm days when the sea is as smooth as glass and you feel balanced and safe. But you take that sense of feeling balanced and safe with you on those days when the sea is rough, when the winds are blowing, and there is a rising and a falling of the ship, but the ship continues on its way, and you feel safe and balanced no matter what. In life, you can feel a full range of emotions, sometimes deep sadness, sometimes exaltation, sometimes just a heightened level of excitement and expectations. But you realize that emotions are fleeting, and you can dwell in sadness for a while. You can dwell in excitement for a while. But for the most part, you live in calmness, in joy, with a sense of safety and balance. And you choose to allow a drift into your emotions as appropriate, but when those emotions are not serving you well, you bring your ship to a centered, steady path through the sea. As the sound of the bell fades away, you take in a deep breath through your nose and you release it. Take another breath, release it. Another breath, release it. Slowly open your eyes, adjust to the light, stretch a little bit. Would I suggest getting through this period, this difficult time in our history? You know, what I suggest is you don't allow yourself to get too down about this pandemic. It's just not worth it, and it's just not, it's not healthy. You know, you bring yourself into the middle. If you find yourself getting, as we would say in Yiddish, you would say getting on spilkes, you know what you do? You bring yourself back to the middle. If you feel yourself getting all excited about the arrival of the vaccine, which is a wonderful thing, incidentally, it's a wonderful thing. You know that it might be some weeks before. It might be some weeks before you can get it, or maybe a couple of months, so you don't get too excited about it. You're happy about it, and you're hopeful about it, but you say to yourself, I still have to wear my mask. I still have to be careful, and I'm not going to get carried away with excitement. I'm glad it's here, but I'm going to stay on my steady course. Going to stay calm no matter what. During the bad times, the good times, the ups and the downs. But I, with God's help and with my spiritual practices, I'm going to stay on my path. Okay, well, Boker Tov, everyone. Boker Or. And remember to smile, and remember to bring a smile to the face of at least one other person you encounter today. See you soon.